Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. And it starts with kind of an intro lick, and I'm kind of hybriding a few things actually from what sounds like the mandolin part and the guitar part to kind of come up with this intro lick, but it sounds a little bit like the tune. So it basically starts on the G string on the 2nd fret, and you play that G string second, and then open G, and then you go back to 2nd fret on the G, and then we go to 1st fret on the B, and then we go back to 2nd fret on the G, and then open G. And then that kind of starts over again, but we're going to be varying it a little bit. So then you do 2 on the G, open G, 2 on the G, and then we play open E, and then we go back to the 2 on the G, and then open G, and then it kind of starts again with with our first part. We got 2 on the G, open G, 2, 1 on the B, 2 on the G, open G, and then we do a kind of a different variation. We got 2 on the G, open G, 2 on the G, high on the 3rd, and then 2 on the G, open G. So we got which is kind of a lead part that kind of makes it sound a little bit like the tune. And then from there, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. And the way you play A minor, first finger is going to go to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger goes to the D on the 2nd fret, the third finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from C major, we're going to be going to a C major chord. And the way you play C major is first finger's on the B on the 1st, second on the D on the 2nd, third finger's going to the A on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes a C major chord. It sounds really, really happy. And then from C major, we're going to a G major chord for our intro. And the way you play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger goes low E on the 3rd fret, and the third finger goes to high E on the 3rd fret. If you strum all those together, and that makes a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And for our intro, we actually play that chord one more time. So we kind of do the G twice. So just to try that through our intro a couple times, you got A minor, C major, G major, G major, 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 and then at the very end we kind of play another G major before our verse comes in. And then when our verse happens, we start on A minor, and then we do the C major chord, and then we do the G major chord, but then we go to a D major chord. And the way you play D major, first finger is going to go to the G on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the high or the skinny E on the 2nd fret, and third finger is going to go to the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E of that, just your skinny strings, then that gives you the clear sound. That's called D major. It sounds really, really happy. And that's basically our chord progression for the rest of the song. Is we got A minor, C major, G major, D major, A minor, C major, G major, D major, A minor, C major, G major, D major, A minor, C major, G major, D major. Now to make that a little bit more interesting though, a lot of times with a tune like this, I like adding a strum pattern to it. And one of my favorite 4/4 strum patterns is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if we wanted to try that through that, like from our intro, we'd have A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, the big down. And then when we get to our verse part, then we have our A minor, down, 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 C, down, 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 G, down, 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 G, down, down, in the recording, it sounds a little bit like they're doing a down, down, and then an up, down, up. It's like down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro. We'd have A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, a big G. And if we tried that strum pattern for our verse, which is also kind of our chorus, we have A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down. Now to play along with the recording though, instead of starting on an A minor chord, Imagine Dragons is actually starting on a B minor chord. So what you want to do is take your capo and put a capo on 2nd fret, and now your A minor is actually a B minor chord, the C major is actually a D major chord, and your G major is actually an A major chord, and then your D major is actually an E major chord. So we tried that with our down, down, up, down, up, actually like just through the verse chorus just to try that. You'd have your A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, up. And if we try it with the down, down, up, then we have A minor with down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, D, down, down, up, down, up. And our intro would sound a little bit different, right? Because now we have the capo. We'd be thinking the same things, right? That 2 0 2 1, 2 0 2 0 2 0, 2 0 2 0 2 1, 2 0 2 0 2 3, 2 0 2 0 2 1, 2 0 2 0 2 0, 2 0 2 0 2 1, 2 0 2 0 2 3, 2 0. Now one other strum pattern that I would really think about adding to this is working more off a 16th note pattern. And what an 8th note is actually is kind of where you divide, and that's what we're doing right now, is kind of working off an 8th note, where if you're tapping your foot, you're dividing it into 2 parts, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What a 16th note is where you're dividing that foot tap or the beat into 4 parts. So you're thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I would really think about doing for this tune is doing a long down, 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 up that kind of works off a 16th pattern. So just to try that on the A minor, you do a down and count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you do a down on 1, and then a down on 3, and then a up on 4, which is kind of weird. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So just to try that through our verse chorus progression, you have A minor, down, 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 C, down, 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 G, down, 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 D, down, 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 A minor, down, 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 C, of how you could strum through a tune called Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. So good luck!